meteorologist Joey Sylvan here at the Live 5 Alert Desk with an update here as we get started on a first alert weather day here Friday. Now, just want to start out by saying this storm that's going to come through later today is not going to be anything like we had earlier this week. We just have a slight chance of a strong to severe thunderstorm this afternoon, this evening. And because of that, and because of the unusual nature of it coming through in January, a very atypical time for the potential of severe weather, that's why we have a first alert weather day. But this is going to be a much lesser impact, much lower impact storm system that comes through. Now, starting at lunchtime, we're going to have some showers possible through the afternoon. There could be one or two isolated storms. Many of you won't get any storms, and many of you won't even get a downpour today. There's just going to be some scattered rain that moves through, isolated thunderstorms. If any storms develop, they could be strong to severe. And then as we get into this evening, the wind's going to pick up and it's going to become a little bit gusty out there. But compared to earlier this week, we expect wind gusts maybe peaking around 40 miles per hour in a few spots, mainly 30 to 35 miles per hour. Compare that to 50 to 60 to 70 mile per hour winds we had earlier this week. And once again, to a much lesser degree will be the impacts today. Just want to make you aware, if you headed out to dinner, maybe this evening, you have plans headed out to a movie, so you're just going to want to make sure you take the umbrellas. And always, if you download the Live 5 First Alert Weather app, you can get updated on any warnings if they are issued for your particular area, although we don't expect widespread severe weather today. 37 degrees the temperature. Now, as you head out the door this morning, it is a cold start. It's a frosty start as well. So if it's cold right now, obviously the severe weather aspect of the storm or kind of the unsettled nature to our weather hasn't arrived yet. We're going to see a change in air masses later this morning, and you'll feel that. Some of you will step out of the office at 9 o'clock, still chilly, and then towards 10, 11 o'clock, you'll step back out, and it'll feel much, much different as that colder air kind of fades away quickly. Warmer air pushes through with the warm front, and then we climb up into the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Now, notice we're dry up until we cross over into the afternoon hours, so that's when we expect some rain. But even at that, we'll only peak with, at any particular time, 40 to 50% chance of rain as that cold front off to the west approaches. There is a line of severe weather along it right now, so we will track that today on the northern side of it up across the upper Midwest. Major winter storms starting to take shape. For us, it will be the chance of some rain developing as we head into the lunchtime hours. So clouds will thicken up. Some scattered rain will pass through this afternoon, this evening. Then a cold front arrives at midnight. After that, rain is gone as we head into tomorrow morning. So the winds will start to pick up. Just a little breezy if you headed out this afternoon, and then a little breezier as we go into this evening. Some of our elevated surfaces, our bridges, our overpasses could be just a little gusty this evening. And then tomorrow, it will be a breezy but a cooler day throughout the area with dry weather expected. On the severe weather risk scale, we're at a 2 out of 5 today, what we call a slight risk of severe weather. And it's just that, a slight risk. We don't expect it to be terribly widespread, but a couple of communities could be impacted by a gusty or thunderstorm that develops. As we take a look at our weather threats, strong winds would be the biggest concern, and it's just a possibility in some spots. Not likely. We're all the way up at the upper end of that scale on Tuesday. We backed off for today. The lower tornado threat, in fact, compared to Tuesday as well, but can't completely rule that out. So we'll just watch things as we go into this afternoon. Anytime we have severe weather, we always at least include a slight risk of a tornado. And then coastal flooding. Now, it's going to be minor this morning, but the tide's running high, just shy of 8 o'clock. Here's a look at some of that water creeping up in the marsh adjacent to the USS Yorktown there, Patriots Point in Mount Pleasant. High tide about 8:30 in the Charleston Harbor. Very minor coastal flooding possible this morning. And no worries about flooding, and here's the reason why. As we take a look at the rainfall totals, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you don't get any rain at all today. It's going to be a scattered nature to it. At most, there may be a spot that gets a ½ inch to an inch in the heaviest rained areas, but generally speaking, quarter inch or less. Now tonight, temperatures begin to cool. Rain ends after midnight, and then we're on to a weekend where temperatures will be in the 50s on Saturday, breezy 60s, 61 or so on Sunday. A lot of you have a long holiday weekend with MLK Day on Monday. There will be a couple showers that creep in here towards Monday late in the day, and then it looks like it could be a bit wet at times on Tuesday. Notice notice the temperature starting to cool down. And then by the middle of the week, possibly the coldest air so far this season heads our way. We're talking about morning low of 25 degrees, and some indications are it could be even colder than that. Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, 27, so some hard freezes on the way as we head in towards the middle of next week. And that may continue right on through the end of next week as well, as we're headed towards a much colder stretch on the way. But today is the first alert weather day. Once again, we are tracking that potential of a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening. Not terribly widespread. I'd anticipate some rain. But keep in mind that there could be a thunderstorm or two out there later on today. I don't expect widespread storms by any stretch of the imagination, and it will be a bit breezy. So if you headed out on your Friday evening, I wouldn't cancel your dinner plans or heading out to a movie, or if you have any errands to run, just keep in mind that there could be some rain out there. And as always, like we do in the summer months, just always make sure that you're able to get updated on any warnings in case those are issued for your area, but we don't expect a whole bunch of those later today. We'll keep you updated from the Live 5 Alert Desk right here throughout the day, and download the Live 5 First Alert Weather app for constant updates through the day. Have a good day.